Welcome to Where There's Wheels, There's a Bike. My name's Ian, and today I'm here to rank the collection Button Shy. This is a ranking of the 13 Button Shy games that I have. This is the finish of a day of Button Shy on the channel, where I have kind of gone back to dedicating Sundays to solo gameplay. Had a couple of initial impressions this morning, had a live stream of 4 Button Shy games, and now let's get to the rankings. I have 13 Button Shy games. So coming in at number 13 for me is Spaceship. Not going to go into too much detail about these. With Spaceship for me, I've tried it a couple different times. I don't know. This one just doesn't work for me. All I felt like I was doing was flipping cards, sliding cards, moving cards. I didn't really feel any sense of getting anything accomplished personally in this one. Just wasn't one that works for me. I'll probably try it one more time, but for some reason, this one just didn't work for me. So that is Spaceship. My number 12 game is Ancient Realms. Another one that I got, I think with a Kickstarter. I think it was an add-on with a Kickstarter that I got, or maybe it was the Kickstarter. I don't remember. I've played it a couple times. This one I do need to give another chance to, but once again, it was another one that didn't really click with me when I played it. I know I was placing some cards down for some different things, and that's about it. I don't remember exactly too much about it. I haven't had it to the table for some while because it didn't really click with me. It will get to the table again to see if it's one that's going to stay in my collection or if it's one that's going to get culled at some point with maybe a group of Button Shy games. But that is Ancient Realm. My number 11, and this one I know is probably going to upset some Button Shy people, is Sprawlopolis. This is another one. I don't know what it is about this. I really want to like this one. I've played this one several times. I think I've played this one at least 5 or 6 times. I don't think I've ever reached the goal. This game, I don't know what it is. I like games that make me think, and maybe for some reason, this game and figuring out where to place the cards to maximize my score just does not work with my brain. I cannot get this game figured out. Whereas there's other games that I have to think quite a bit that I get figured out quite well. For some reason, Sprawlopolis just I can't figure it. I can't figure it out. I don't think I have ever reached the goal score. So it just doesn't really work for me. So that is Sprawlopolis. Coming in at number 10 is River Wild. This is one that I believe I backed on Kickstarter. Either that or I added on with something else. I don't remember. I've backed several and I've added some on and I've gotten some directly from Button Shy. I like this one, but once again, I cannot figure out how to get the river to go down to surround the animals to get a decent score. Even with the expansion, with the Wildscapes expansion, I think it's called. I don't know. This one, I just can't wrap my head around this one. Although, of these bottom 4, this is the one I would rather get to the table to play. So of these bottom 4, this is the one I would rather get to the table and play and try and figure out. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fantasy theme with the animals. I don't know. But that is River Wild. Okay, moving into my top 9. Number 9 is the Royal Limited. This is one I just learned this weekend, actually. I like this one. I really do. It's a puzzle that I'm willing to give a few more chances to. So it did move ahead of some games that I've played a few more times. It is a little more recent. It moved ahead of some games that I've played a few more times than the Royal Limited, simply because it's newer and it's one that I'm willing to kind of give them a few more shots to. Don't know where it will land overall. Maybe I'll try an expansion with it. I do like the puzzle of it, so we'll try that. That is the Royal Limited. My number 8 is Food Chain Island. I really like Food Chain Island. It's a cute game. I just have some that I really enjoy. This is kind of the bottom of my list that I really enjoy playing, and I would get to the table quite a bit. So Food Chain Island is one that I like. I like trying to figure out which animals can eat which animals to make sure that I have the fewest animals left at the end in this one. So that is Food Chain Island. Number 7, Skulls of Sedlick. This one I played several times when I first got it in around Halloween. I think it was in October. I really like this one. I've played it only solo. I do enjoy this one. I like the puzzle of this one. I'm actually very interested in maybe getting some of the expansions for this in, but I do want to play it several more times. I've only played it a handful of times. I do want to play it quite a bit more before I add more into it. But this is one that I really, really like. It's this low because it needs to get to the table more. I don't know, maybe play it 3 times, 4 times this fall. But I do really like this one, and I can't wait to get this one to the table some more. My number 6, and now we're jumping to the top half. That was kind of the midway point there at number 7. So number 6 is Fishing Lessons. This was another new one to me in the fall, and I really like this one. I like the fact that you're flipping some cards to move things around to try and accomplish your different goals. This is another one that I need to get to the table more. I think there was a small expansion with it. I don't remember exactly what I have with it. But I've got them right here. Let's see, what do I have with this one? Do I have any expansions with them, or did I just look into the expansions? Maybe I just looked into the expansions. So I'm excited to. I do want to get that one to table some more. I like that one. I like trying to get the right fish and using the right things in the right order to get the right fish and things. So that is Fishing Lessons. Number 5. My number 5 favorite button shy game is one I just live streamed, and that is Tussie Mussy. This one I really like. I've played this one solo and multiplayer. This is the only one I've played 2-player. I like the I cut you choose. I like the drafting mechanism. Once you do it, like figuring out which one that I want, which one that the other person is going to get. Determine if you want them in the bouquet or the keepsake. It just fell slightly below my last ones. In fact, these next couple could probably be in any order. In fact, I think Skulls have said like through Tussie Mussy. Maybe the next one that I'm going to mention could be kind of any order depending on the day I do this. So number 4, and this one kind of a surprise to me, but this one jumped way up already, and this one was new to me this weekend, and that is a Nice Cuppa. I really like this game. I like figuring out which um, P cards or which cards I want to flip over, and then which T cards I want to move around to hopefully try to figure out, okay, if I move this, then I can move this later. I want to get rid of this one because I want to make sure that this T card is in the relaxed mode, I think it is. I don't remember what they were called. But so it's face up instead of face down. On the colorful side instead of on the grayish side. This one jumped up, and I think it's going to jump up even more the more I play with the expansions. And there's some more expansions coming, which I'm actually already excited about getting. So I'm excited to get to this one to the table more, and so that's why this one already moved up to number 4 on my list. But like I said, I think number 4 through 7. So this Fishing Lessons. What was it? Skulls of Sedlick, and what was the other one? Food. No, not Food Chain Island. What was the other one? Oh, Tussie Mussy. I think on any given day, those 4 could kind of end up in any order, depending on how much I've played them and how recent they were and my experiences with them recently. So that gets me to the top 3. Well, let's just jump right into it. Number 3 is Aqua Rove. Aqua Rove is a great game. The fact that in Aqua Rove you have 2 modules, you have to move into the right spot to fulfill your thing. You're diving down instead of going across as in Rove. This one will probably end up being number 1 overall. Actually, these top 3, any given day, once again, could be anything. I've only had this one to the table twice, I think, since I got it. I don't know, just have not had time to get it to the table a lot. So I think it will move up, especially when I do compare it to Rove. So yeah, Aqua Rove is my number 3. My number 2, I just live streamed, and that is Unsurmountable. I love this puzzle of trying to make a path from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain. I have the expansion collection, which adds some really interesting things. I've not tried any of the other levels of play, which adds some complexity, but just this whole having to make a path from the bottom to the top with a mountain of 4 cards, 3, 2, 1, and making sure that you have one singular path and using the abilities of other cards. I really like this one. This one works for me. This one, when I got it, immediately shot way up my list. This was not one of my first ones, but it immediately went way up my list. I really like this one. That is unsurmountable. And that leads us to number 1, and I already talked about its sister game, its sequel game, and so this should be no surprise that number 1 is Rove. I have loved Rove since the first time I played it. I've played it a lot more, which is why it is above Aqua Rove, unsurmountable as well. I have a feeling Rove and Aqua Rove are going to end up probably being 1A and 1B, just because they are the same sort of game, but a little bit different. In Rove, you're only getting one module in place. In fact, I could see Aqua Rove moving ahead of Rove and Rove moving down a little bit as I play Aqua Rove more and try to get that puzzle of getting 2 modules in the right place. The movements in Rove and Aqua Rove are a little bit different as far as your movement points and different things, but Rove right now is my number 1 button shy game. Well, there you have it. There were my 13 button shy games ranked. Let me know down below in the comments, what are your favorite button shy games? Once again, like, subscribe, and comment. Once again, this has been Where There's a Wills, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and I'll see you next time at the table.